Somebody sent me a link to this Ravi Zacharias video in response to my attitude toward objective morality.
Let's leave aside Christianity and historical examples for a second. All night you guys have been grappling with issues like morality and, what is right, what is wrong, and meaning. But my question is simply, why are you so afraid of subjective moral reasoning? I mean, do you think that we're all just going to start raping and pillaging just because we don't have a book to tell us what to do? I mean, are you afraid of that? Like, I'm not, because that's not going to happen.
To believe that morality is subjective is not to believe that there are no constraints on behavior. Ravi Zacharias, however, seems to think that subjective morality does, in fact, lead to the commission of atrocities.
Sounds very cavalier, though. My goodness. If we weren't afraid of all of this, we would not be in a national debt. The billions...
China is secular.
Sorry?
China is secular.
Sorry?
China is secular.
That's right. What does that mean?
I mean, they're not raping and pillaging, and neither are we.
Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. Have you read what happened during the Red Guards Rebellion? Have you read what happened during the Boxer Rebellion? Do you know who has killed more people in the 20th century than China and Russia? 60 million apiece?
What both Zacharias and the other guys seem to forget about China and the Soviet Union is that while they were secular, they never believed in subjective morality. Quite the contrary. They believed that what they were doing was objectively right. Many communists dogmatically believed that the dictatorship of the proletariat is an objectively moral system of government, and that it was part of the natural course of history. They did not believe that this was mere subjective opinion. If you think communist countries are bastions of moral relativism, go to Pyongyang and tell the first person you see that you think the moral dictates of Kim Jong-un are just his subjective opinions and see what happens to you. The atrocities committed by authoritarian governments have never resulted from the belief that morality is merely an opinion. The belief that their moral system was an objective fact is what gave them the confidence to do the horrible things they did. It's part of what prevented the people of those countries from questioning authority. Communist dictatorships were not as brutal as they were because people didn't take rules seriously. Their brutality was a result of people taking the rules way too seriously. You can't build a dictatorship on the idea of subjective morality. Authoritarianism can only thrive if there are enough people who believe that the moral system upon which their government is based is a set of unquestionable objective facts. If you believe that moral questions are matters of objective fact, and that we can determine what these objective facts are, what's the point of having elections? Why leave the law up to what amounts to an opinion poll? As a person who believes that morality is subjective, I frequently question and introspect upon my moral principles and intuitions, and I am more cautious about how I treat people because of this. I wouldn't be nearly as careful if I were convinced that my moral principles were objective truths, especially if I thought they came from a perfect all-knowing God.